Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to your November reading. Air signs, it's all about you today. Gemini is my Libras and my beautiful Aquas. Today we're going to be doing your November predictions. So we're going to be looking at all areas of your life. We're going to look at your love life, your career and your money, and just generally anything and everything that kind of wants to come through. Any channeled messages, I will hit you with all of that. If you are brand new and this is the first time that we're meeting, well, hello. I am so glad that you are here. My name is Meshi and I'm an intuitive healer and a reader, and I kind of just give you anything and everything that sort of comes up. We do general readings as well as now elemental readings on this channel. We also talk about the law of attraction, anything and everything spirituality based, and we also practice yoga once a week. So if that sounds good, you would probably enjoy it here. All right, let's just dive right in. So Geminis, you are up first on the docket. Oh, and as usual, timestamp is in the description, so you can check that out and hop to your own section. So let's go. How are you, Gemini? How are you guys doing? I had a moment to go into a meditation before filming and just contemplating on what messages wanted to come through for you. And the first thing that I heard, I feel this tightness in my stomach for some reason. And the message is to listen to your gut. Listen to your gut, because you're going to feel restriction when you don't listen to your own intuition, your own gut feeling. Something is coming up for you. Starseed, what lights you up? Where are your passions? What are you getting little sparklies from? What is giving you all of the vibes, all of the feels? What are you looking out into the world for that you kind of feel called for? I feel like some of you are going to be getting lots and lots of nudges, and in so many different ways, where you might be feeling like something is trying to get your attention, right? Like something is trying to get your attention to really start leaning in, to really start leaning into it. It's like almost like you're looking out into the universe and you're asking for signs, and I think that you're going to be getting some serious signs. Okay, what do my Geminis need to know for the month of November? What do they need to know? What's coming up for them? Pressure. Yeah, I feel like it's almost as if you're going through your own metamorphosis. You're going through this transmutation of energies, but I feel like it's beyond that. Okay, so let's talk about this concept of pressure, right? Because pressure can feel like you feel this internal pressure, like something is nudging you, or you have or you're going to have a lot of pressure that's going to be coming up during the month. Either way, I think that what's happening here is that maybe your current circumstances, where things are at, is not very, it's not vibing with you. Like, this is the only way that I can, it's not cohesive, and it's not it's not congruent. There we go, found it. It's not congruent with who you are becoming and what is actually in full alignment for you. So you might be feeling like these nudges, but you're also feeling this internal tension where you're kind of being nudged into a different direction where you are than where you're going, right? And I think that this internal pressure is kind of, maybe it's making you, or it's going to be making you feel just not very good. Like, it just makes you feel like you're irritable, you're agitated, and you're not really sure why you're agitated. And in the meanwhile, you're kind of looking out there and you know that there's something more out there for you, but you're just not, all you're seeing right now is within your current circumstances is just what is not. You're not seeing what actually could be. Like, you're not seeing the potential. And it is because you are changing internally. Like, it's almost like you're rewiring certain things about yourself. You're rewiring the way that you're thinking about things. And I think that's kind of what's causing both the pressure and the that inner, because keep in mind, like, when you feel like you have like a mountain of problems, that's sort of where that transformation can take place. That's when I feel like you are going to be growing through the month of November. I think that you're going to be stretched and you're going to be growing through things. Give yourself much more credit. What are you not acknowledging? Like, I think that you are feeling like you're finding things that are like making you happy, or you're this to me is all about seeking. Like, it's almost like you're seeking something more than what is around you that's available. But then I think that you have a hard time kind of having faith in your own abilities, having faith in what's for you. It's almost like you don't want to have confidence in yourself. A stranger than strange, preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships, and those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see? Wow. Even though I use preponderance ineptly, this is a really good. Please ponder the universe. I think that it's one of those things where you might be like looking at your current circumstances and you might be ripping it apart. Of why it's almost like you have this level of attachment, or you will have this level of attachment to what is not versus what is. It's like you have this idea of what it should be, and I think that you're more attached to the what it should be versus what it actually is or what it will be. You need to create space. Here's where we're at. We need to create space for the what we would like, what is actually in alignment. It's almost like you guys need to do a little bit of recalibration this month. That's what it feels like. It literally feels like. I want to get another card just for pressure, and then we'll move on to the tarot. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Protection, the cave, the going within. I think that as you're going through this form of transformation, part of you wants to really hide. Part of you really wants to just like not even deal with it. Just wants to just hide and just almost like just not even. A lot of that has to do with, it's almost like you want to go into that protective cocoon because you have a hard time having faith in what is possible for you. Like, the what is possible for you is scaring the crap out of you, some of you guys. And it's just simply because you don't have, there you go. It's simply because you don't have the validation. But you need to create space for social validation, for you to get confirmation. But like, part of you guys really, really, really wants to believe and have faith and lean into your dreams. But something's holding you back. Okay, let's see what's going on with the tarot for you guys. What is coming up for my Geminis for the month of November, please? I'm going to bring this back to what came through in meditation in just a second. Thank you. Okay, let's get interested. And let's get interesting. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Magician in reverse, we have the Four of Cups in reverse, we have the Seven of Swords, and underneath the deck, you can't see it because of the light, but you have the Strength card. I legit feel like this is as good as it's gonna get today. Okay. Okay, so first and foremost, I think that you guys have this inner fire, and you also have this wild spirit about you where you want to just dance to the beat of your own drums. Like, I feel like there's like this deep need for independence. There's this deep need for you to really just get out there and do whatever it is that you want to do at any time. You know what I mean? Like some of you guys, I feel like are very much in that energy of being innovative and thinking outside of the box and that sort of thing. But then I also feel like you're still in like hiding. Like nobody knows this about you guys. It's like you have this inner magic, but nobody knows because you keep going back to your little cocoon and go back into hiding. And then the other part of it is there's also like that sense of you keep focusing on, some of you guys are going to be keep focusing on the thing that is not versus the thing that is. It's almost like we're kind of keep returning back to that same thing that due to lack of confidence, like lack of confidence within your abilities, lack of confidence within who you are and what you do, it's almost like you're always seeing all of the bowls that are empty. So emotionally, there's always something that is not fulfilled. And it's like you're not seeking the things that can kind of fill up your cup. You're basically just focused on that, like, shit, it's empty, right? And then at the same time, part of you really, really wants to just kind of, yeah, like I feel like for some of you, you're going to be like doing a lot of shadow work. Underneath it all, like your underlying message here is to come out of hiding, because look, like it's right in the center. Come out of hiding, go through your own transformation and allow the pressure to mold you into the version of you that can do this. I feel like this is definitely affecting the way that you guys are showing up in your relationships. It's affecting your work for sure, but this is more of an emotional transformation that you guys are going through, where it affects the way you speak. It affects the way that you show up with your partners. It affects literally the way that you do life right now, because there's an aspect of you that really wants to be in hiding, you know? And the spirit is kind of telling you, like, this is who you are, like legit. This is who you are, that sparkly, independent, free-thinking energy that has so much to offer. And you're here to really, you know, cut through all of the stuff that is like ripping you into pieces. You know what I mean? Come out of this darkness and out of this hiding and really tap into your own inner strength. The strength card has a lot more to do with that deep emotional control more than anything else. And tap into that side of you. Right? Tap into the side of you. Like, what would that lion look like? What would that true inner strength look like if you went all in on you? This is all I have for you, Geminis. I hope that you have found this helpful. And keep in mind, like, your underlying message here is still to listen to your gut. So whatever your intuition is telling you this month is going to get a lot louder and a lot stronger. Stay tuned until the end so I can pull a couple of cards for all of you guys collectively. So let's go on to Libra, see what's coming up. Hello, Libras. How are you? What is happening for you for the month of November? What do you need to know? What can be helpful for you to know for the month of November? What do you need to know, Libra, for the month of November? Ooh, I feel like you're working with the law of attraction. Magnetism. Like attracts like. What are you keeping your eye on? What are you wishing upon that shooting star? What are you looking out into the world for? Oh boy, oh boy. So through the meditation that I have done for you guys, one of the things that have came through is actually to just release. And it's almost like it's time for you guys to surrender, you know? I feel like it's going to be time for you guys to really truly surrender into the whatever it is that you truly want. And it's like one of the biggest things, even with the law of attraction and whatever it is that you're attracting into your life, it has a lot more to do with the surrender piece than anything else. Okay. Soul family, calling your tribe, and you don't have to do it alone. Where do you need support? Where do you need to lean in onto your faith? Where do you need to really call out your soul sisters, call in the people that really have your back, you know? And for some of you, it's going to be literally just finding your tribe, finding those people that are truly there for you, that you guys are vibrating at the same frequency, and they have your back. You know what I mean? They have your back when you just kind of feel like you want to give up, you don't want to believe in any of this. You know what I mean? You're very much just in the vibe of, I'm just not sure if I still want to do any of this anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys are like running your own business, or you're going through your own spiritual journey where it just feels like, oh, when does it get easier? Okay, let's see what else is coming up. Karma is on your side. So this to me is, I feel like you guys are going through your own full-blown manifestation process. I feel like some of you are definitely working with the law of attraction, working with the energies around you, checking your vibe, checking in on your goals, making sure that, you know, your frequency is in check. And sometimes you might be falling off the wagon, but for the most part you are pretty good. But then there's that element that I feel like it's just kind of like, there are just days when you might feel like, I'm not sure if I can continue this. I'm not sure if I still want to do this. And I also am not sure if I can do this alone. You are asked to lean in a little bit more on your faith, but get support. Get support from the people around you, you know? Get support from the people around you. They don't need to really understand your journey in order for them to be supportive. They can literally just be supportive because they love you, you know? And just know that when what you tapped into here is definitely for you. It's meant for you. If you could read all the minds that I read, hear all the prayers that I hear, and beat all the hearts that I beat, I wonder if you even believe how often you're thought of, talked about, and fallen in love with. It's payback time. The universe. So it's sort of like the things that you're dreaming of, the things that you truly want to manifest, that dream partner, that dream, you know, anything that you set your sight on, really. I feel like you're sort of, to me, this is beyond like, oh, it's a new job, it's a new purse. I don't feel that this is material. I feel like this is, you're literally carving out your next level life, you know? I feel like this is where you're really tapping into like, this is what I want to manifest. And maybe you got like a download for that. Maybe you got something came through. Okay, so I feel like this, basically what you're working on right now, or what you set your sights on, or what download came through, has a lot to do with literally up leveling, which is super exciting. I feel like some of you guys are like definitely going to be up leveling your business, if you are running a business, up leveling your career, just up leveling your health. You saw this thing. Some of you have seen a glimpse of what could be or what is available to you, and you're going after it. And right now you're just laying down the foundation. But I also think that you will absolutely, I think that you're sort of starting to like collect all the people around you that will kind of help you get there. So it's kind of like when you decide that, okay, I would like to have my next level. It's like when you set sights on like what your next level health looks like, what your next level income looks like, what is your daily routine, all of those things. You are not only getting clear about it, but you're starting to work towards it. So then it's just kind of like getting in. So that's what they mean by soul family, just getting the right people to help you through it. Okay, let's see what is coming up. Okay, what is coming up for my Libras for the month of November? What do they need to know? Okay. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? So here's what came through. I'm trying to position this so you can see it. Here we go. This is somewhat good. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Tower, and we have the Chariot also in reverse. So let's unpack. We have the Queen of Swords in the bottom of the deck. So with the Six of Swords, it's like emotionally you feel like you're done. Basically, you're cutting the ties, okay? You're cutting the ties of all of the things that are like weighing you down, tying you down, keeping you stuck. Very much, that's what it is. It's more about keeping you stuck more than anything else. And I think that it's going to be like this balancing act. And maybe the balancing act has a lot more to do with balancing your finances, balancing all of the things where you're making a better relationship with your money, better relationship, paying a little closer attention to where does your energy go, right? Like how much of your energy goes into your work, how much of your energy goes into having a social life, or into your actual vision, right? Into the thing that is getting you closer into manifesting what you actually want. And then look, isn't that funny? We have not only momentum, but then we also have this breaking down of all of these different constructs and structures that you have in your life. What is breaking apart that it's cracking you open in the process? Well, it could be your idea of what you thought success was, or it could be your idea of really how much work it will take for you to feel successful or feel fulfilled or feel loved or feel seen, right? And I think that also maybe, just maybe, it could be your attachment to speed. It's almost like, yes, you set your sight on the thing that you really truly want, and it's like, it's in full alignment. However, you need to know that it takes a lot of energy to bring it into this 3D, into this really visceral reality. And the thing is that being attached to timelines without being in alignment and taking a lot of action, it's kind of like, yes, the people are here to support you, but at the same time, it's like it still takes time. I'm really glad to see her. I'm really glad to see that this is the energy that you guys are sort of embodying, and I hope that you do. If you haven't yet, you will, because it's very much like you're slaying a lot of different. She doesn't mess around. She knows what's hers. She knows how to rule the kingdom. But she also knows what needs to happen in order for her to cut through all of the crap and all of the things that are really holding her back. Like, we don't need to explain anything to anybody. We rule this damn place, right? Like, we really do. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Know that the thing that you guys are tapping into, if you haven't yet, maybe this is just the next phase of your manifestation process. Whatever it is, it's absolutely real. You can totally do this. You got this. Get the people to come and help you in the process, which will be super important. Allow the thing to fall apart. Allow it to crack you open. Allow this to happen without the attachment to the timeline. When you let go of the timeline, then you're creating space. And just know that that's important, but it has to happen in the sequence that it's kind of giving it to us, right? When you detach from being tied down, when you really bring all of your stuff into balance, and maybe you bring it into balance just by bringing in the right people to help you, or maybe you bring it into balance just by paying closer attention to your money, or making being a lot friendlier with your money when you're not jumping in too quick, too deep, right? Allow some of this stuff to break down, whether it's like the old crappy relationships or the people that were weighing you down or that didn't have your back. Know that you are supported. But I mean, the message that came through loud and clear in the meditation was to release. And I think it was actually talking about this. Allow this to take place. Allow this tower moment. Allow this breaking apart thing to happen. Because keep in mind that what happens in the process is true transformation, which is what you need to go through, But the big thing is that I'm getting is really, really detached from this idea that it needs to happen fast. It will probably happen fast, but it will just not happen at the timeline that you contemplated on. Sometimes when you create space, it happens so much faster. It happens so much more effortlessly than you initially thought. And I think that's what you need to kind of keep in mind. This is all I have for you guys, Libras. Stay tuned until the very end so I can pull a couple of cards collectively and we are good to go. And we are on to my Aquas. Hello, fellow Aquas. How are you? What is happening for you guys? What is happening for all of us for the month of November? What do you need to know? In a second, after we pull this first card, I'll tell you all about the meditation that I had. Oh, it was a good one. Kind of. What is coming up for the month of November, please? Ooh. Girl, we are going to go into transformation mode. Okay. Empress energy. Let's just embrace the goddess, shall we? I have a huge smile on my face just because I share this energy with all of you. So I can detach yet attach and feel so connected to all of my fellow Aquas all at the same time. So it's kind of beautiful. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Anyways, I digress. Oh my goodness, what are you doing this month? What are we doing? Looks like deep healing. Changing internally. It's like a metamorphosis. I'm getting metamorphosis right now. Here's what I saw. So in my own life, I actually had almost like a virtual argument with someone over something so silly. Like it was basically arguing about the micro details of an email. So I mean, like, it's so comical. And part of me was asking during the meditation, like, okay, why is this coming up? Like, what does this have to do with November? What do I need to know about November for my fellow Aquas? And the message was to don't argue with the ones that just simply don't get it. That's what it was. Don't spend your energy on the people, on the things, on the activities, on the obligation, on all of that. Don't spend another minute on the thing that is not actually in alignment with. Don't spend another minute of your day, of your morning, of your afternoon. Don't spend another minute of your life on people that not only don't get it, but sometimes people are just here to argue, you know? And that's okay, because that's part of their journey, not yours, but it doesn't have to be part of your journey. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else is coming up for the month of November for my fellow beautiful Aquas. What do we need to know? Wild electricity. Ooh, let it rip. Let that inner rebel come out and soar. I'm feeling like lots of speaking your truth, lots of realignment, recalibration of your own energy is coming up. I also feel like you are letting this literally turn you inside out, right? I feel like not only that, but like it's like sometimes, and I can so relate to this, sometimes you need to be pushed to the limit. I need to be pushed to the limit for sure for this. What is coming up for my fellow Aquas for the month of November, please? What is coming up for my fellow Aquas for the month of November? What can they use as guidance? Do something new and something different. And we love doing that. I mean, that's like part of our deal. We love doing something new all the time. We love variety. So, I mean, tap into that, because otherwise things get really stale and stagnant and it just gets super boring. Ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? Yep. I mean, I feel like it can be really, really annoying when the energy around you is kind of stagnant and it just feels like nothing exciting is happening. So time to switch things up. Time to switch things up, Aquas. Time to do something that throws you right off. Time to do something that makes you feel like an inner badass. That's what I'm getting. What is coming up for the month of November for my fellow Aquas, please? What is coming up for my fellow Aquas for the month of November, please? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for my Aquas? What do we need to know? Lots of 8s. Okay, let's go through this together. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Wands, and then in the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. It's like we're harvesting something. What are we harvesting? We're harvesting something because we're going through this form of change, right? We're getting into this Empress energy, this I'm the boss, friends. And things are starting to take root. So keep harnessing this, keep working on it, keep doing, I'm getting consistency, just keep staying consistent. Sometimes you just need to run the miles. And I know that you also, some of you will feel like you kind of just want to leave stuff behind, and perhaps it's because it's boring or mundane or it's just not exciting. But here's the thing though, so through this wild, and I mean, I think that some of you just really, really need to tap into your inner rebel and just let that shit rip, at least just a little bit. You know what I mean? We all need to kind of like let out our wilder side, at least once in a while, to kind of play. Not because that's truly who we are, because I don't feel that. Sorry guys, I got a new watch. I'm like so loving this. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with your reading. My current watch is broken, so here's a new one. Anyway. Okay, here's where we're at. That kind of simplifies our story here just a little bit. I feel like some of you wants to walk away, but some of you are also getting these mass downloads of like high levels of inspiration of just like, oh my God, I'm fully on purpose, fully clear. I know what I need to do. And then you go back to having your hearts broken. So I think that we need to really just kind of reel it back a little bit. This month, full focus will be about mastering your own emotions, mastering and going within and really pulling it all together like this beautiful bowl, and really just work on your own stuff. And stay consistent. Don't worry about walking away. Maybe some of you do need to walk away. Maybe some of you will need to walk away from the whatever is not serving you. If it's not taking root, absolutely. Maybe it might be time for you to just leave the things behind that are really, really not serving you. And I mean, use the moon energy to that kind of clarify things for you. But I definitely feel like some of you are getting some serious downloads, some serious hits of inspiration. You will be getting that throughout the month. That will kind of give you some guidance of where do we need to, what will that ignite you to take action on? I think that's what it comes down to, is where will this inspiration take you? The doing the something new, the something different, the something that kind of breaks your routine, right? Because there's so many different ways that you can kind of return back to this Empress energy. But I mean, we're also kind of done with this. We're done with like crawling up in our little cocoon. And maybe this is going to be all about your healing process. Some of you will definitely need to do some serious healing and some releasing so that things can kind of transform through the actual meditation that I did. Besides not arguing with people that are really just here to drain off your energy and just confuse you. Besides that, what I was actually getting also is pour your energy into the people that do get it. So yes, don't put energy into people that are really not getting it and they're just really not guiding you along your path. But also when you're doing something different, you also have to kind of move so that this energy doesn't get stuck. And again, we're all about mastering our emotions this month, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be very, very key to master and really take a hold of and control your energy and control your emotions, because really like that inner rebel, that wild side of you is dying to come out, and maybe you need to kind of give that a little bit of an outlet, because it can get pent up and like that darkness can feel like it's taking over. I'm feeling like this is more about this massive spark of energy more than this wild side of you. I'm feeling like this is going to be more about this massive spark of energy that is really just dying to come out, and you need to give it an outlet rather than to walk away. But maybe some of you need to walk away from some aspects that are just really creating a distraction. This is all I have for you, beautiful Aquas. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and stay tuned until the very end. Hop on over to the end of this video where I can give you guys a collective message that I think you can use for the month of November. Let's go. Okay, beautiful friends. Okay, beautiful air signs. We have made it to the very end. Let's see, what are your collective messages that you need to know. It's been such an interesting read for all of you guys. My vibes speak louder than my words. Isn't that the truth? Okay, my vibes speak louder than my words. And when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So don't get distracted. Tap into and use your intuition. And I mean, we talked about this with a few of your readings, is use your own intuition and really feel out what actually feels in alignment. Rather than, and sometimes that's more of a vibration. I think for a lot of you, this is going to be more of a vibration realignment than anything else. I also feel like when you accept this change, when you accept that the answers are not really outside of you, but they're within you. I know this one is a hard one for me to accept, but I'm constantly reminded that just because something comes up does not mean that it makes you a victim. So just keep that in the back of your mind. When you accept this guidance, when you know that you're always guided, when you know that the universe is always here for your best interest. It's always here to guide you into your next level life. Then things just become a lot simpler and they don't become easier, they become a lot simpler. This is all I have for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Hope that there wasn't too many interruptions. I know that there was, but we made the best of it. That's all we can do right now. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already. We chat at least 4 times a week on this channel. And yeah, that's all I got for you. So just keep shining your light, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.